Hello friends, welcome to Cloud Institution. So we are one of the best cloud training providers in Bangalore, and we are offering a lot of online and offline classes. Please call us if you would like to enroll for any courses. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about one of the very important interview questions again, and the interview question is, what is transit gateway in VPC? Okay. So this is the AWS interview question, and we are going to discuss about what is transit gateway and what is the purpose of it. Okay, and the answer for this particular question will be, the transit gateway is the service that enables multiple VPCs to be connected together, you know uh, through a single gateway. Okay, so it simplifies network architecture and management. So what's the meaning of this, and how this particular transit gateway will solve the problems of the VPC peering connections. So now let's discuss about what is VPC peering and what is VPC transit gateway. So whenever you are connecting to VPC peering, okay, for example, I have um, three VPCs. Okay, so this is VPC one and VPC two and VPC, okay, VPC A, VPC A, A, and VPC VPC B and VPC C and VPC D. Okay, so let's say for example I have this many four VPCs connected together. Okay, so now if you want to create a connectivity between all four VPCs, so if you want to have establish a communication between all three VPCs, what I have to do is that, if we have two options for this one. Okay, so we have a VPC peering. Okay, so one is VPC peering. Okay, another one is the transit gateway. Okay, so if you want to create a VPC peering between these three things, peering and then transit gateway. Okay, so VPC peering and transit gateway. So if you want to create a VPC peering between these two things, so you need to create a multiple VPCs together. So you have to create a VPC peering connection like peering 1, okay, peering 2, and peering 3. Okay, now even though after creating this kind of VPC peering, the VPC A will not be able to communicate with VPC D, because there is no VPC peering has been established between these things. Okay, so now in order to solve this problem, okay, so we have introduced another concept called transit gateway. Okay, so the transit gateway, okay, so if we can go for the transit gateway, so you have to establish a connection between, okay, so for example, if VPC A wanted to communicate with VPC D, okay, and VPC B wanted to communicate with VPC C as well. So what you have to do is that we have to create a centralized VPC transit gateway. Okay, so for example, so I have a centralized, okay, let's say for example this is the transit gateway. Okay, so I have a VPC A here, and VPC B and VPC C, uh, and VPC C and VPC D. Okay, so for example, if you have a VPC peering connections like this, and you don't need to create a multiple VPC peering connection with each of the things. Okay, so you have to create only one transit gateway. Okay, so you can just allow the connection connectivity between. Okay, so this is VPC A, VPC A and VPC B, um, and VPC C and VPC D. Okay, so whenever you wanted to have the infrastructure like this, you don't need to create a multiple, the multiple transit gateways. So you have to have a single transit gateways that will be centralized one. You can just establish connection between VPC A through the VPC D. Okay, so similarly, the VPC A should also be able to communicate with VPC T, VPC C, and then also will be able to communicate with VPC C. So everything what we have to do is that we have to add all the routes through the route table. Okay, we have a route table, and we have to enable all the routes inside this route table. Okay, to be able to how the route will be, the route will be established. For example, if wanted to communicate with VPC A, and we have to enable the route table to establish a connection between VPC A and VPC C through the transit gateway. Okay, so let's see the demo of all these things in the later classes. But this is the purpose of VPC transit gateway. Okay, so this solves the purpose. It solves the disadvantage of the VPC peering connections, whatever we have already seen, right? So that is called VPC Transit Gateway. So I'm just going to read it again. Transit Gateway is a service that enables multiple VPCs to be connected through a single gateway. Okay, it simplifies network architecture and management. Okay, so this is what the answer. I hope you understand this one. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much, and hope you like this video. Okay, so if you like to have a if you like to have more videos like this, and please follow our instruction follow our YouTube's and Instagram and Facebook, and please reach out to us with this number if you want to enroll for any courses. Okay, so thank you so much, guys.